Hey everybody, welcome back to the Comic Crow channel. And I know people don't really want to dig too deep into like a purely political video, but this is legitimately hilarious on so many levels. And whether you're on the right or the left, you gotta just laugh at what is going on here. So let me give you some backstory, right? The Republicans in the midterms got a slim majority in Congress, right? Which means that they get kind of in a way, they get to decide who is going to be speaker because they have the majority of the votes. And because of that, Kevin McCarthy, who's like a longtime establishment Republican, shows up, says, hey, I'm the leader, so I'm going to move all of my things into the speaker's suite, and has his like little cronies out there issuing threats to the new House members, demanding that they fall in line or else. And it did not work at all. Further backstory, in 2018, there was kind of a similar situation when Pelosi, another long-time establishment Democrat, the progressives said that they would not support her no matter what. But then, you know, her cronies made their threats and everybody soon fell in line. But with the Republicans, they're done. They're not having it. They're absolutely refusing to put someone like Kevin McCarthy as their leader. It's actually gotten to the point where some of these House Republicans have openly stated that if McCarthy does not step aside after losing one vote, two vote, and article says second vote, it was 3 votes. They voted 3 times and nobody is shifting to support the man. So he's not going to be Speaker of the House. Now, what's even funnier though, is one of the people that has flat out stated that they will not support Kevin McCarthy has written an official letter wanting to know why Kevin McCarthy is squatting in the Speaker's suite when he wasn't even the top vote, right? The Democrats actually have more votes for their person than Kevin McCarthy can muster. The Democrats are not willing to shift sides to go support McCarthy because they're hoping that McCarthy is such an incompetent jackass that he pisses these people off to the point where they just say, okay, fuck it, I'll vote for the Democrat and just say, go fuck yourself. And then next year we can try this again. And in year 2, we can try this again. And we just keep on doing this because they would rather, and this is the political game, they would rather give power to the Democrats in terms of getting them the speakership. So they can sit there and they can point to all the failures of the Democrats rather than letting McCarthy be the leader where he stands in the way of everything they want to do and essentially just makes it so that the House Republican majority is in a sense just like a complete lame duck, right? Now people have said like McCarthy's promised investigations and everything. I don't care. I honestly don't care, right? I really don't. Here's the thing. If you have to issue threats demanding people support you, right? And you have all of this power and all of this money. You have the entire establishment behind you, and you still can't muster the votes after 3 times. I completely agree. The guy needs to pull his shit out of the Speaker's suite. He's not the Speaker of the House. It does not seem that there is any reality in which this man becomes Speaker of the House. And I am genuinely curious as to what happens tomorrow. Right? You have these people in Congress that are opposed to McCarthy nominating another congressman known as Jim Jordan. Jim Jordan nominates and fully supports and votes for McCarthy. And so these people go, hey, the Speaker of the House should be someone who doesn't want it. We nominate Jim Jordan. And they had like 20 Republicans vote for Jim Jordan. And look, I don't know too much about the specific Congress people. So I do know that what I've heard from Jim Jordan when he speaks and the things that he advocates for, yeah, I think he's a much better pick than McCarthy, who just wants to sit with the keys to the castle, obstruct his own party, and why would you allow that? Like, why would you ever allow that? Period. There's literally no change that happens if you just like, this is something that they keep fucking doing, that politicians do all the time, right? Where they bend the knee to whoever has the most political power and the most money because they're terrified of crossing them. I think the wall has completely broken here, though. It's done, right? The Democrats, the progressives, could not purge out the establishment politicians. Period. They can't. They don't have enough support to do so, and the establishment will crush them and step on their necks. With the Republicans, though, the establishment is much, much weaker because the voters absolutely hate these people. Like, Congress has some of the lowest approval ratings, period. But to see this happening, to see a Republican saying that to the other Republican, hey, you're a squatter, get the fuck out of the speaker suite. I mean, look, man, that is funny. That is legitimately funny. Okay, I am completely entertained by this, but I also say, if you had the choice between an establishment Republican and an establishment Democrat, you're going to net the same results. Yeah, I mean, you're going to net the exact same results. This is so funny. After 3 undeciding votes, no member can lay claim to this office. What is the basis in law, House rule, or precedent to allow someone who has placed second in the successive speaker elections to occupy the Speaker of the House office? How long will he remain there before he is considered a squatter? Please write back promptly, as it seems Mr. McCarthy can no longer be considered Speaker designate following today's balloting. That's cold. That's absolutely cold. And now, look, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen now, because the thing is, McCarthy could just bend the knee to these people, give them what they want, become speaker, and then be at their mercy, right? He'll have to go along with the things that they want because they'll be the ones put onto the committees. They'll be the ones running the investigations. And McCarthy will pinky double super promise that if they go along with him, that he won't obstruct them. Maybe that happens. But after today, I do not think that these people had any intention whatsoever to surrender to this man. And I think that if you really, really, really want to portray your voters, that's how you do it. Okay? That's absolutely how you do it. These long-term, like will stay in office for 30 plus year politicians need to be removed. Okay? They need to be cleared out. There needs to be term limits. In fact, that's one of the things these radical Republican extremists are demanding, that McCarthy put up term limits to a vote. And McCarthy, who wants to sit in the castle and look down on all these other people, he doesn't want that at all. He wants to be 90 fucking something in a wheelchair and be wheeled around while he waves a flag around, telling everybody that he's speaker. He's speaker. I think this is funny. I think it's hilarious. Now because I don't regularly criticize people on the right as much, because I generally think that they are correct. Let me take a shit on Ben Shapiro. McCarthy's job as Speaker and the job of the GOP is to say no. That's it. Since Dems control the Senate and the White House, what is the actual policy advanced by stalling him here? Because you dipshit. You don't keep giving power to the people whose main goal is to shut you down. You don't give power to a man who actively hates what the Republican voters want. who actively plans to obstruct what the Republican voters want. If you think that, well, I just need him there to sit there and say no, oh man, you can go fuck yourself. Like as more of a right-wing person, I don't want that at all. I don't want that at all. If everything has to burn and people have to suffer for another 2 years, so be it. I'm not kidding. So be it. Why? Why would you keep wanting to give these ass clowns power? I don't know. I really don't know. But again, I do agree. It is a clown show. It's absolutely a clown show. I think it's funny. I think you should laugh. I think you should 100% laugh at McCarthy, who was all prepped and all ready. This was his moment. He deserved it. And then just to watch him get slapped down after he flat out refused to negotiate with these people. Yeah, man. Yeah, no, I he can go get fucked. I don't care. That's hilarious. Good on these Republicans. That's what the voters want. That's what Republican voters actually want. They're done with the establishment in any way, shape, or form. See, here's the problem. In the past, the Republicans were the party of the rich. The Republicans were the party of the rich. It's shifted. Now Democrats are the party of the rich and wealthy. Republican voters are your mid-income, low-income people. When they see that the Senate Republican minority leader, where the hell you want to call McConnell, when they see that guy, right, say that all Republicans want to give Ukraine another $50 billion, man, does that piss off the voters? Man, does that piss off the voters? If McConnell's going to do that in the Senate, right, and completely betray all of the voters, why the hell would you expect McCarthy to do any different when you give him all of the power in the House? They're done. I agree. I'm done too. If you can't get someone decent, then just piss off. Like straight up piss off.